Hello everybody, it's the Native Professor. Today's topic is heritage boots and patina. So patina is a bit of a controversial topic. Some people like it and some people don't. I'm a big fan. Does it always have its place? No, there are times when patina isn't necessarily a desirable thing. So one of the big arguments about patina and leather is that only a good leather is going to last long enough to develop a worthwhile patina. So I've got a few examples here, and heck, we can just start with this one. So these are my navy blue Chrome Excel. These are olive tan leather. These are the Wolverine 1,000 miles. Got the leather sole, and these have a pretty nice patina. Even though they're blue, you can tell there's some wear, and there's some variations in the folds. This has a bit of a pull-up. It's not, a huge deal. Let's see if I can show that. It's, the light's kind of falling on it a little bit weird, but there is a hint of a pull-up there. Even in this, I've got a bright overhead light. There you can kind of see it, I think. So the pull-up is cool. I think one of the big arguments in favor of patina is character. It gives the leather character, and any leather that's worth its salt is going to last a long time, and as it's worn, it's going to change. So the traces of the person's wear are going to show up on that leather, and that's what makes it cool. That's what makes it gives it tradition. It gives it like a longer life, like a story. The leather, like the patina, the leather is telling a story by the way it changes over time and the changes that have been left on it. Let's look at another example. So these are my 1,000 miles. Again, wonderful leather. This is the Pullman, and see if I can get the light falling on it right. You can see, like here's a little darker, and there's some lighter places. You can see the wrinkles that have accumulated. This is a beautiful leather. I can't tell you how much I love these boots. I have a lot of really great pairs of boots. This is probably in my top 4 or 5. These Pullmans, I'll just reach for them because the leather is it's so wonderful. There we've got, you can tell where the heels kind of rub a little bit on each other sometimes, depending on what I'm doing in them. My heels are going to come in contact with each other. And then obviously the tongue wear, that's, kind of extra there. I mean, look at that. The tongue, it tells its own story right there of the flexing of my ankle back and forth. And on the inside too, see if I can get a little bit light shining in there so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Even the inside of the leather tells a story. It's got patina. It's been around. It's done a lot of work, and the character has changed over time. It's got a kind of a richness to it. And we can relate it to the boots of yesteryear, which were generally always made of decent leather because they were handmade. People took pride in their work. Now, it's hard. A robot can't take pride in his work. It does what it's programmed to do. It could care less. But if a person invests into making something by hand, then if they're halfway sane and have any degree of self-esteem, they're going to put some care into giving this quality and making it last and making it work well. And so the quality of the leather shows up in the patina. Now, here's another good example. I've shown these. I think I did a short on these. So this is the copper rough and tough. These are my blacksmiths. I've had them for 3 or 4 years. And these are the new ones I got just a couple months ago. So that leather, that's patina. I mean, that's the story right there. Those blacksmiths have been through heck and gone. These new ones, I've probably worn them maybe 10 times. Not even sure if I've worn them that many times. I'm definitely going to wear them hundreds of times as time goes on, just like I have these. But there's definitely a story here. And look, the nick, that tells a story too. Something went down in these boots. That's, it's like they've got something to tell, a narration. There's like a novel in these boots. There's so much that went on. Who knows how many ants I stepped on, or how many, dog turds I had to clean off of them, or how many times I sweat in them, or how many jobs I completed in them, mowing the lawn or gardening, digging, all that stuff. How many fires did I put in the bonfire outside in the fire pit and stuff. It's just like I can almost attach memories to these boots. There's just so much that went down when I had them on, and the leather tells that. Now, sometimes the story can be one that you don't really care to remember. These are relatively new. I saw a post, it was a Reddit post. I did not read it, but the question was asked, does black leather get patina? And I'm here to say that in my experience it does. I'm going to give you an example. But these are relatively new. However, they are broken in. This is Chrome XL. The Wolverine 1000 Miles, I'm going to do a video on the, kind of like I did on the Red Wing Heritage boots, the things that they do well, things that they could do better. But this leather is just to die for. These are already broken in. I've probably had them, 3 or 4 months. And I was wearing them yesterday and I was like, I'm so comfortable all day long. I'm so comfortable wearing these boots. But I like the fact that they're shiny. Now they wrinkle and stuff, but they have a new look. And sometimes I want that. I want to go out in public and you want to look like you can fit in with the successful people. I consider myself successful. If you look me up in Amazon or Orchid or the MLA research, you'll see my name. I've written a lot of books, a lot of articles. So sometimes, I want to look the part. I don't always feel like it's a big deal. I mean, I just do what I do because I like it and I feel lucky that I got paid for it. But sometimes, you want to fit in with the successful. You want to look like you got some money, I'm only a professor, so there's only so much money to be made doing that. I'm not an investor. I'm not a financier. But I was really down in the dumps because I had these boots on. I was literally breaking them in. Walked into my house. My golden doodle was trying to get in the cat food, which is kind of protected behind this wall of heavy paint cans. Well, one of them fell and opened, and when I got in the house, there was pink paint everywhere, all over the basement floor. It was a disaster. Took me 3 hours to clean up. I was wearing these boots, and every time I turned around, it's like, I gotta get pink paint off of them. Well, wouldn't you know it, see the toe? I was kneeling, and I did that to the toe. Now, after that, I kind of, I went over it with, some mink oil, I tried to do something to darken it. I haven't resorted to polish yet, because I was like, well, it's patina. I like patina. But then I was like, God damn it, I really, they're, new, and now they have this scar. It tells a story that I don't want to remember. So there is a downside to patina, and sometimes the story that it tells is like, oh my God, I survived that, I didn't beat my dog up after he did that, and I had to spend 3 hours cleaning paint. I was bragging to my son yesterday. It's like, I didn't get mad at him because there was no point. There was literally no point. It's too late. You can't yell at a dog 3 hours after he did something horrible. It doesn't do any good. So he got away with that one. But in any case, yeah, that's an example of unwanted patina. If you have a suggestion, what I could do there to kind of, get that back to the way it was, I'm toying with polish. Because I love these boots. And sometimes I do need to look professional. So here's another example. So these are suede. Honestly, you wouldn't think suede, it's already rough, right? These are patinaed. I mean, these boots are already, I almost feel like the sun has gotten to them. These whites have gotten me through more band concerts than I could shake a stick at, and orchestra concerts. But then I'll wear them all day long and walk the dogs and get them covered with dust and get, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Is that salt? I don't know. See those speckles on there? It could be anything. I need to give them a good brushing. Actually, yeah, it'll come off. But I feel like these boots are already starting. Now I'm like, it's not patina. They're just starting to look shabby, right? So there's this leather is never going anywhere, but it's one thing to say, man, this is patina and it's hard work and everything. And it's another thing, a boot like this, and I want it to look really good, and it's like, damn, they're starting to look shabby. And so I'm like, now can I even wear them to the band concert? I don't know, mind you, there's some high school kids who can't even afford black shoes. So they're wearing like their Nikes and nobody cares. So yeah, I'm going to keep wearing these in the summer band concerts. But it's like, damn, they don't look new anymore. So that's like the other side of the coin, right? We want the boots to look new. So I have these, this is the Byron from Rancourt, beautiful boots. They don't really have much of a patina, folks. And a part of me, you can see a few folds and stuff. I don't wear them a whole lot. Not that I shouldn't. They're fantastic boots, but it's almost like I'm saving them. It's like, nope, I don't want patina on these babies. Because, sometimes I need to look like I have a little more money than I have. To, do whatever, donor, impress, look good, look like a professor, right? Because half the time I'm out there looking like a freaking tomboy. So that's fine. I always did. I've got, I was out in the 15-degree weather walking my Shih Tzu. So that's kind of how we do things around here. But yeah, sometimes I need this kind of boot. I don't want patina. And oh my gosh, it sure does smell good. Sometimes I wish feet were closer to our nose so that we could smell our boots. So anyhow, tell me what you think about the whole patina story. What's your preference? I mean, these are the options, right? So I really like this guy, this Pullman, that tells a story. It tells a story that I like to be told. It's like the first time I met my son's girlfriend down in Atlanta, and we were parading around the Botanical Center and walking around all over my sister's neighborhood and stuff. But then I've got this baby, and I'm like, yeah, I want to pop. I want to look sophisticated. I want to look like I'm successful, because I am successful. And who cares if I look successful? Some people care, right? So I got to prove by my appearance that I am something that I already know I am inside. So anyhow, give me your take. Patina, Thunderdome, whatever. I'm really interested in your opinion. I appreciate your subscribing, your likes, your comments. They're a lot of fun. And we'll see you the next time. Ciao.